Hello everybody, today is Wednesday, February 21st. It's 3:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see my computer clock here. This is being recorded in real time, and on my left is the time and sales for the Emini S&P, trading at 27.22 approximately at 3:38 p.m. is the time right this moment. Okay, a couple of announcements before we begin. This is our 500th video, and as such, I'm going to offer 10% off of any Autotrader purchase between now and the end of the month. Being that this is our 500th video and we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, just a few more to go, so I'll probably say something about that when we hit 1,000 subscribers. But about 3 years ago, I had a YouTube video channel, but I deleted all my videos because they were market replay, and I began with the format that we use now, which is showing the time and sales in real time. As I'm recording this, it is actually 3:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and my computer clock here. So these videos, every one of our 500 videos on our channel is recorded the same day as the trades were taken, and the charts have not been refreshed. So these are the trades as the market unfolded in real time. 90% of the time I record the video prior to the close of the session, and then other times I have other things to do, and then I may record the video, a few hours later. Like yesterday, I didn't get around to recording the video till late afternoon my time. So anyway, we've come a long way in just a few years with 500 videos. I don't think anyone else matches us in consistency and what we show in our videos, the transparency. We show the charts, the trades, everything is clearly seen. We don't have ridiculous names or titles. I'm just me, and these are the charts. I'm not Super Trader or anything fancy like that, but everything is very transparent here, so it's all here for you to see. Okay, let's get started. First up is the gold contract. This is trading 2 contracts, and this came just shy of its goal of 2,000, and there was a number of trades besides this one. If I scrunch the chart up, there was a very small loser, just a couple of ticks here, followed by a winner and another small loser here, and then 2 winners here, which brought us to our goal. So we had 3 winners and 2 very small losers, and it was this trade here with great entry and exit that put us just shy of our goal, actually, on the gold contract. So volatility is continuing in the marketplace. Okay, next up is the DAX on a 34-tick line break. This has been a really consistent chart. Don't discount line break charts. They can work really well. I could probably improve the settings on this, but there's a reason I have the trail stops cut rather short, and that's because in trades like this, I'm getting out at a really good place. This is probably where it hit its goal. Our goal is 2,000 on this chart. This is only trading 2 contracts. Our exit here was basically a short move. Sometimes there's bigger moves and we get stopped out early, but that's just the way it goes. But there is a reason I have the trailing stops relatively tight, is that on these line break charts there's no tails, so that's why you see an entry here that looks like it's in dead space, but this bar here actually retraced all the way up here. So solid performance. You've seen our line break charts on different symbols. The Autotrader loves line break, and the reason we use line break is a methodology in itself, and the line break chart is beautiful because it eliminates a lot of noise and shows the true trend. Okay, next up is the DAX on a 150-tick line break chart, and there was 2 trades back to back, and it did 1525. Our goal on this chart is 1500, so we had a couple of ticks positive slippage. Excellent signals on the indicators here, and if I just back this up, you can see the signal before this, but quite good. This chart has been pretty reliable, just a straight 150 tick chart. Okay, tremendous volatility again in the financial indices. For the Emini S&P to hit its goal in a single trade and only going half the distance of the move is pretty impressive. So on most of the charts, I've rolled back the trades to their normal settings as the volatility has subsided, but it's still higher than average volatility. Anyway, this chart is actually trading 3 contracts. Our goal here is 1,000, so we had 1 tick positive slippage, and we basically have fixed targets on this one, 20 and 40 ticks. So that's 5 points and 10 points in the E-mini S&P. So here it is, hit our goal with a couple of ticks positive slippage, and there was much more to go here. Okay, next up is the DAX on a 150 tick line break chart, and this hit its goal in a single trade. Our goal on this one is 1,500, so probably hit its goal and had a fair amount of slippage because it didn't trade again after this. You can only have a split fill in real time, so that goes to show just because the price was hit, we're not getting filled. So here I made the bars a little thinner. You can see our split fill here, one at 53 and one at 56. So this indicates a pretty volatile market here. So probably we got positive slippage on our fill. We are using a limit order on this, and our pullback is only 2 ticks, so I'm imagining we got positive slippage here. Anyway, great performance, hitting our goal in 1 trade. Okay, next up is the DAX on a 150 Heikin-Ashi bar, and we had a mixed bag of trades here, some winners and some losers. We drew down only about $450, and our trail stops were a little loose on these, so we had like 1 winner and then a loser on these trades, so they kind of balanced out. But nevertheless, we did a little bit over 1,000 on this chart. This is trading 2 contracts, and our goal on this is 2550. So indeed shy of our goal, but still respectable performance for 2 contracts. Okay, next up is the E-mini S&P in a 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart, and this is trading 2 contracts, and this caught that move early on and caught most of it and did 950 for the day, and the goal on this chart is 1,000, so probably hit its goal. And as you know, we use a market order when we hit our goal, and therefore sometimes we get slippage, sometimes we get positive slippage. But overall, this chart's been very consistent for us as well. Okay, next up is our E-mini S&P on a 5 Renko chart, and I've been showing just these standard Renko charts. This is using a limit order with a 4-tick pullback on a 5 Renko bar, and I have a fixed target at 4 points or 16 ticks, and then as soon as we hit our first target, we're trailing by 0 bars, or if we just go a few more ticks, we're trailing. I actually increased the percentage trailing stop here. Nevertheless, this did 762.50 for the day. Pretty solid return. I think in trading these kind of charts, if you just follow it along and hit the close position button, you might get some better exits if you have some trading skill. The goal on this, I believe, is only 750. So once again, I reset the charts back to their original goals. So this actually had a tick of slippage at the end. So 3 winners in a row. This is trading only 2 contracts. Okay, next up is the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 2-tick, and this had 3 winners in a row, back to back. This is actually a 2-tick higher time frame with slightly different settings. So it's interesting how this is playing out. Yeah, our goal is 750, so we probably had some slippage at the end, and nevertheless, pretty impressive. 3 winners in a row, 700 in the ES. Okay, next up is the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 6-tick, and this is using our line break logic. This is the one that starts trading at 1230 p.m. and this had 3 trades, a small loser here and then 2 winners, and this hit our goal of 750 with a tick of positive slippage. So here's our daily goal, and then our start time on this is 12:30 noon. Altering your start times on a strategy can be one of the best things you can do. Many times I just use the start of the session, but a lot of times waiting a half hour or even an hour can work really well, or trading the second part of the day. Okay, next up is the crude oil on a Super Renko 7 tick. I turned this on late in the day, forgot to turn it on, and it traded too late in the day, so it had this loser at the very end, but the equity high was about $750 or so. Had a really nice short trade here, and it should stop trading really at either the end of the session or sometimes a half hour after the session. As you can see, the close of the session was here, but a half hour later the market had dropped quite a bit. So sometimes there's this volatility about 30 to 60 minutes after the close of the crude oil, and you get quite a bit of movement actually. Okay, next up is the bonds on a Super Renko 2 tick chart. We had an equity high here of about $800, and then we had a losing trade here which dragged us down, and a very small winner, and by then it was closed the session, and we did 468 on 2 contracts. That's all for today's video. Again, 10% off the Autotrader until the end of February, because this is our number 500 video. And if you want to find out more, please visit our website at bluewavetrading.com or send us an email to systems@bluewavetrading.com. Thanks for watching today.